morning, everybody. I don't think we've said that before. But what a great night we had. My voice is gone, so bear with me, please. Fantastic night. We had Lorenzo and Dana gave us a challenge, and they said, can you put on an arena event? And we just put 30,000 people in the stadium here tonight. It was a fantastic operation. I'd like to say a special thanks to my team that have been working on this for a number of weeks as well. So big night. This was live on Fox right across the US in over 200 million homes here in Europe. And actually, for the first time ever, we were on TV in Russia, broadcasting out with our Russian partner, Russia 2, to 55 million homes. So a truly international event. 30,000 people in the arena. People came from 44 different countries around the world to watch this event. The gate was $3.1 million and 26 million SEK. So what a fantastic night. Performance of the night. Dana wants to give 4 performance of the night bonuses. First one is to Anthony Johnson. Second one to Gegard Mousasi, Makwan Alakani, and Kenny Robinson. So well done to everybody. Thank you. So, open it up for questions.
Yes, my first question is for David. Some people were a bit afraid that if this show didn't do very well for the Swedes, that it might affect any potential plans of coming back. Can you just sort of comment on the state of future events here in Sweden?
Well, I think the future for Swedish fighting and mixed martial arts has never been better. We had some great fights in there tonight. 2 guys get into the octagon, only one comes out a winner. I think you asked me this when we were here in October, will we ever come back? And we came back and we put on the biggest show ever. So we'll be back in Sweden.
Glad to hear it. Next question for Alex. First of all, you're a warrior. We're all proud of you. I know this was a very tough loss, but despite that, you still had so much support from the fans before, during, and after. Could you sort of comment, how do you feel about the Swedish MMA fans, Swedish MMA, and the role that you play in it?
Well, it's huge. The MMA here in Sweden now is just great, and the fans at the arena today was just magical. So I felt great all the way to get here.
And then just last question for Makwan. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
You made quite a splash with your fight. You've got a style that's very fan-friendly. How far do you think you can go? What are your ambitions for this year, 2015?
Well, this was my first time when I trained for an MMA fight. Before this, I just went with my background, wrestling. So I think it was good. With 6 months, you can learn to do flying knee with 8 seconds, stop the fight. That's something awesome. And I would like that UFC will give me some time to train and be better, and I will entertain people more.
Yeah, question for Alex. Over here. Alex, what went wrong tonight?
Well, I got hit. So, I felt fine all the way to the fight, into the fight, the few minutes that were fighting each other, and he caught me, he saw his opportunity and he took it, and he did what he had to do to win the fight.
What was the game plan? Can you speak about the game plan for the fight?
My game plan was basically to work, to work every round, tactic, with my distance and my speed. But Anthony's a beast, and he came in with his pressure, and he did what he had to do, and he did it good.
And a question for Anthony. Anthony, how about your game plan against Alexander?
My game plan was just to pressure and make him fight my kind of fight. That was all. I couldn't let him get comfortable, because once he starts, doing his Ali shuffle, then it's about to be a long night for you.
Did you believe that you could knock him out in the first round?
Yes.
Question to Alex. What's your? I know it's very early, but what can you take from this fight, and what's your plan for the closest time right now?
I'm just gonna take a few days off and then go back to the gym and hit the bag. Always learning from your mistakes, and I learned today that I need to keep my guard up. So that's it.
And there's a discussion on the different forums that Anthony Johnson accidentally headbutted you. Did you feel anything? Can you comment on that?
No, I didn't feel any headbutt. So I don't think he didn't. What I know.
And next question to Anthony. You're kind of fresh. How soon do you want the title fight?
Whenever UFC wants me to fight for the title, I'm ready. You know, whenever.
What do you think you can bring to the game against the title fight against John Jones that nobody has brought before?
I think I'll be the hardest puncher he's ever faced, and he's faced a lot of top quality guys. You know. Hopefully, I can just do things that nobody else has done to him. You know, Alexander gave him, of course, the worst beating he's ever had. And hopefully, I can give one 10 times as worse.
For Anthony, obviously you had an aggressive game plan to start, but it seemed like it picked up after the eye poke. Was there frustration? Did that, cause you to kind of come to a different level, or was that just when you landed the first big right?
Yeah, it was just whenever I landed the punch. I heard his corner say front push kick, and I'm a kickboxer, so I heard it, and I know what I do whenever, somebody does something like that. I know how to counter it, and it was just like perfect timing. When they said front push kick, I was like, all right, go ahead, and boom, that's what happened.
And there was a moment, obviously, very big win for you, but there was a moment where you kind of like knelt down in your corner after the victory, and were kind of just looking down, I think, kind of soaking it all in. What was going through your head at that point in time?
It just didn't seem real. I was like, I can't believe I just beat the guy who, in my opinion, beat John Jones. So I was really in a state of shock. Nobody's ever stopped Alexander before like that. So I was just like speechless, really.
Nice. And quickly, if I could, for Dan Henderson, please. Obviously, the eye was discussed during the fight. Now we see the patch there. Can you give us an update on what you've been told, what doctors have said?
Well, I got to go stay an extra day here and get it stitched up. My eyelid was sliced open. It was. I knew that something was wrong when I couldn't see out of it. It didn't feel like a hard punch, but I just couldn't see, and it was real blurry out of the one eye. And then Gegard started pointing at it, and I just felt like if they looked at it, it would have been stopped, and I would, went in to pressure him, and he clipped me a little bit, and it just, you guys saw what happened, and I just felt like. I didn't really get in there to fight and get an opportunity. So it's just unfortunate the way it happened, and it just sucks.
Have you started thinking, when people are saying, was this the last time we'll see Dan Henderson? Are you considering that at all, or do you not even think about that right now?
No, I have no idea. I got to see the specialist in the morning as far as stitching it up, and they just covered it up right before here, and it probably looks worse than it is, but it is, the eyelid sliced open, and it needs to be stitched up by an eye specialist, and I've never had that kind of injury before. I rarely get cut, and I'd imagine that it'll heal like any other stitches, and I'll be ready to go. I mean, I feel completely fine other than that.
Thanks, Dan. Just one quick one for Dave, housekeeping. Is the announced attendance tonight 30,000? I think on the broadcast they said 26. Is the official reported number going to be 30,000?
The official number is 30,000. We will give you an update later in the week. The amazing fact was that when Anthony was walking into the octagon tonight, people were still walking up to the box office and paying money to come into the fight. So an amazing night.
Question for Anthony. First of all, congratulations for your win. What do you think John Jones is telling himself right now?
What is John Jones telling himself?
Yeah, after.
Nothing. He's seen it all before, so this is nothing new.
And a question for Alex, please, right here. Oh, yeah. You fought Anthony Johnson and John Jones. According to you, who is the favorite for this title fight?
The title shot?
Yeah.
Well, Anthony, he's my favorite.
Thank you.
Okay, question for David Allen. Is this a new trend for European events to start at 10, finish at 4?
No, I think that this was one of those challenges, like I said, that Dana and Lorenzo put on the table. How could we run a Fox show in Europe? And we picked the stadium, and we had some great fighters tonight. So possibility of doing more, we'd love to, absolutely. But we announced this week 3 great new fight nights, where we're going to Krakow, we're going to Berlin, and we're going to Glasgow. So that's what's on our plans at the moment. But yes, we would love to do some more big stadiums like this. The fan base is there, and people want to see us and want to see these great fighters.
Question to Alexander here. My question is, because you had the biggest chance to bring the title to Europe, so do you afraid that maybe European scene might be a bit of a trouble? When I mean trouble, it will take much more time now to bring it to Europe.
You mean the title belt?
Yeah, for any fighter too. It will take much more time. You had the biggest chance to bring it.
Well, I'm not worried about anything, I'm just curious to see what will happen in the future. I know for a fact we had a huge fan base here in Europe, and it's just getting bigger every day. Just getting bigger every day, so I'm not worried.
Thank you. And the last one for Gegard. Here. Do you feel a bit of disappointed by maybe one of the best performances of your life, and everyone was cheering for Dan Henderson?
Oh, everyone knows Dan is a legend, and of course, wherever he fights, he's going to have the support. So, not really.
Question for Alex: was it hard to fight at 4 in the morning here? Did you train 4 in the morning before, or it was your first time?
It wasn't hard. I did 4 weeks in San Diego, so I stayed on Pacific time when I came here. So now it's actually around like 8 o'clock in the evening in San Diego, so I'm all fine.
Okay, and quick question for Dan. Will you stay at 185?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it doesn't matter. I felt good tonight. My body felt great, and I felt fine. I just had an unfortunate thing happen, and it's the way it goes. And the weight cut was fairly easy, and naturally weigh fairly light anyway. So I was kind of tired of pushing around these big guys.
Thank you.
My first question for Makwan. After your debut, how are you feeling? You're in the post-fight pressure. How good is this feeling?
I enjoy it. This is I didn't expect this. I thought I would do 15 minutes of fight and go back to my hotel room, and that's it. Now when I sitting here with these great fighters, it's a dream come true.
With 50 Gs.
With 50 Gs, baby!
My next question for Gegard. What do you think is next for you?
Well, I don't know. I think someone who's coming from a win, and I think someone will be in the top 10, top 5, probably.
And my last question for David. Now that Makwan is arrived, any chance for a finish show?
Yeah, I think we talked about it the other day. We'd love to go to Finland. We know we've got loads of fans out there who keep asking us to come. And we're trying to work everything out. It's not as simple as just turning up and putting on a show. As you see tonight, we've got 30,000 people in the arena, and we want to do some great things. But I think for the likes of Makwan, it's his first night. He's Mr. Finland. He can go home now, and be proud of what he's achieved tonight. And hopefully we'll have him back with us pretty soon.
That's right.
Makwan, you said in the press scrum that should you receive the bonus, you were going to buy a bed for your mom. Now that that bonus is a reality, that's life-changing, isn't it?
Yeah, never had that much money, so it's strange, and it was a true story. There's me and my sister and my mom living in the same house, so we have only two rooms, so my mom gave the rooms to us, and she sleeps in the living room on a mat, and it's not nice, but what can I do? She gave the bed for us, so now when I go home and I move to Stockholm, I will give her the room, and I will buy I think with the 10,000, the bed that fly.
And a question for Anthony. This is the second chapter in your UFC career, and you couldn't write a better fairy tale story. When the first time that you left the promotion, did you ever lose hope that you would be here as the #1 contender, getting ready to fight probably the best pound fighter in the world?
I never gave up hope on myself, but I never thought I would be in this situation. This is a blessing, you know. All I know is that, you know, my coach Henry Hu, the Black Zillions, my manager Glenn Robinson, and ASM, they never gave up on me, and I love them for that. You know, there's a lot of people that doubted me, and at times I doubted myself, you know, with certain situations, but I'm here, and I don't plan on like looking back and going backwards at all.
She runs around like that at 5 o'clock in the morning. There you go.
Question for Dan Henderson. Dan, tonight was the 15th time in your career you've suffered a knockdown. You're obviously known a lot for your toughness, but is there any point where you kind of start worrying about brain trauma and those kind of things?
No, I mean, tonight I felt fine the whole time. It was, you know, just one of those things. And yeah, I'm real careful in practice and train smart, and I feel good. You know, it was just an unfortunate thing tonight, but no, I feel completely fine, healthy.
And then for Kenny down there at the end, obviously tonight you scored the knockout, but you're known a lot for your submission game. At what point did you notice really the turnaround in your striking and that confidence to go out there and really stand and look for the knockout?
Well, I spent the most time I ever had training with Dan Hornbuckle, and he's got like a 8'3" reach, and my striking's improved a lot because I sparred a whole lot with him, so I felt the confidence from that.
Got a question for Gigar. Right here, Gigar, right in front of you. Few fights that you've been alert directly from the start. Was it something different in this training camp compared to others?
Yeah, I think I took my time off. Last fight, coming from injuries, too many fights, a little bit burned out, and I think with this fight I was very hungry to fight. And I think once my head is in it, I think I will be a tough challenge for anyone.
And this is your second fight in Stockholm. Is Stockholm becoming your next home, or second home to Holland?
Yeah, I love both good victories. I love fighting in Europe, so anytime fighting in Europe would be nice for me.
Question to Makwan. There's a clip when you're eating an apple on the net, and it's got more than 20,000 comments. Can you tell us what the secret is? And what's so special with your apple eating?
I don't know. I got like 1,000 friend requests, and 90% are from girls, and they all send me messages that I love your smile and way how you eat the apple, and it gets like 900,000 views. It's pretty huge for eating apple.
We might put it on UFC.com for you. So,
I should do that. You will get fans too. Cash.
right up here. Alexander, is it okay to talk in Swedish? Just one about the fans. Alexander, hur upplevde du stämningen inne på arenan?
Nej, men som sagt, det var magiskt. Det var, jag hade varit med om något liknande någonsin. Och helt klart en highlight i min karriär. Det var en dröm för mig att vinna ikväll. Det var helt galet.
Och närmsta framtiden nu, vad säger du?
Jag vet inte, alltså jag måste jobba på det jag är svag i. Och det visar det idag. Så det är bara tillbaka till gymmet och jobba på det och bli bättre på det.
Thanks a lot.
Could you translate for everybody else, please?
He said it was awesome. The audience was absolutely fantastic, and you are, well, you're gonna put it all together and be ready for the next fight, right? Something like that.
Thank you.
This is for Kenny. Oh yeah. Obviously, congrats on your huge win. I mean, you've been in the UFC for a while right now. So, is there anyone or anything on your radar right now, or do you just go like, I just fight whoever the UFC puts in front of me?
Yeah, I just fight whoever. I don't really care. I just want to get another fight.
And for Makwan? Makwan? Over here. Also, congrats on the win. Obviously, it was a bit of controversy. It was an early stoppage or not. So. And,
wow, your accent is so hard.
Joe Rogan seemed to want to start a discussion with you at your post-fight interview. So what went through your mind when he asked you if it was an early stoppage or not? So did it bother you at all? Or
no, it didn't bother me, but I thought he was a drunk because Andy Ogle went for double leg with the referee, and the referee tapped. So that's what should I say? Referee made his decision, and if you ask from me, I said he was out.
So, would a rematch be an option for you, or do you just want to move on? And,
against who?
Against Ogle.
Come on, man. 8 seconds. You want less than that?
Just a question for Alexander. Recently this evening, John Jones recently tweeted and then retracted the tweet, basically to say that he was unimpressed Alex. First of all, is this sort of like on-off beef between you, is that sort of done in your mind, or have you still got a certain sense of unfinished business there?
No, right now it's done. You know, I just need to recover, and you know, I'm out of that you know, dream. So I need to get back and work harder.
And second question to Anthony. I mean, looking forward now, obviously, to you know what's coming up next. Are you detaching emotion from your upcoming fight, or do you have a genuine dislike for John Jones?
I never come into a fight with any type of emotion. This is just what I love to do, and I have fun with it. But I don't have anything against John. You know, this is what we do, and we're good at it. So we're both alpha males, so we just want to keep winning.
Question for Anthony. First of all, congratulations on your performance and win tonight. After the fight ended, obviously Alex was very emotional and crying. Can you just explain and let us know how it was to console him after the fight ended?
Alex had a goal. You know, I felt really bad. You know, I saw him crying, and I know how it is whenever you have a goal and then something like gets in the way and basically sidetracks you, or whatever you want to call it. So I felt this pain before. So, you know, I don't know, I guess I'm human, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt bad for, I can't say ending his goal, but he didn't reach his goal tonight, you know what I mean? And I'm sure he'll be back 10 times stronger next go around.
And can I just also get your thoughts on the John Jones tweet, basically saying he was unimpressed with Alex and then deleting it? just comparing it to how you consoled him after the fight.
This world is screwed up. You know what I mean? In my opinion, when somebody's down, people always want to step on you and keep you down. Nobody really wants to help you up. That's why I think this world is screwed up, you know. I don't know, man. John is who he is, you know what I'm saying? He got bigger things to worry about than Alex, you know.
And just one final question for you, Anthony. After Bill Davis defeated Gustafsson, he extended an invitation to Alex to come train with him. Would you be willing to offer the same extension and invite him to train with you in the future?
Yeah, everybody's welcome at the Black Zillions.
Here we go. Here we go.
For Alex, and I'm here. Yeah. Obviously, there were a lot of emotions after the match. Could you tell us a little bit of the first few minutes, what went through your head?
No, it was just everything just, you know, I don't know. It was just a lot of pain. And I just only lost my fight, I just lost in front of like 30,000 Swedish fans. So it was a tough thing to deal with, and it still is, but you know, whatever, you get stronger, whatever hurts you get stronger, so it's okay.
Question from Alexander. I know this is a bit early, but you mentioned earlier that you're currently out of the title picture, but I presume that you would like to get there as soon as possible. There was some talk on social media that fight with you and that Cormier would be an interesting option. Would you be interested maybe in that fight?
Well, let's see what happens. You know, I'm up for any possibilities. So it's up to the UFC.
I've got a question to Makwan. Well, first of all, congratulations on a great victory. And I wanted to ask you whether you watched the previous fight of Andy Ogle against Maximo Blanco, because he did exactly the same thing also right after the start of the fight. He just kicked him right in the face and got him into some serious trouble.
When I came to Stockholm, I said to Andreas Michael, the coach of Alexander, I said, I thought that I should do flying knee. And he said, no, man, you should wrestle. That's your background. That's your strength. And today I felt I should do flying knee because I watched only one fight of Andy Ogle and I saw that he always runs to the middle and stops there. So I'm a smart guy.
Just one question for Gegard. Since coming to the UFC, you've alternated wins and losses in your 5 fights. What do you need to do here to really get on a win streak and really get a run going towards the title shot?
I think mental, all mental with me. Today I felt like fighting and it showed. And after this I'm going to take a break, so the next fight I'm going to be hungry again.
So that's a wrap, boys and girls. Thank you guys for all the support that you gave us in the lead up to this fight and this week. It was special to us, and big thank you to the fighters.